Is Jürgen Klopp going to walk out on Liverpool Football Club in a few years? That's a question that Liverpool fans have been debating for a while, actually. But it is again up in the air. It's again topical because there's these quotes that have been published recently. They're not new. The suggestion's not new. He seems to make it no secret of what his thoughts are sometimes. And often when managers come out with things like this, people will say, "Oh, it's a bargaining ploy. It's to do with new contracts and things like that." Jürgen could have got the contract he wanted after the Champions League victory last season, but he doesn't come across as that kind of guy to me. Do you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people would have capitalised on that victory, got themselves better deals, a new extended contract, better terms. Sorry. But he doesn't come across like that to me at all, Jürgen. I think he is genuinely down to earth and quite sincere with the things he says. And if he says that in a few years' time he might walk away or take time out or whatever, then I genuinely believe that is on his mind. However, as a Liverpool supporter, I find that a little bit, troubling, a little bit worrying. It makes me, I don't know, I was going to say emotional, but I don't want to come across as a pussy. Do you know what I mean? I just think that there's times when certain managers have left Liverpool Football Club in the past where I've been genuinely bothered, and I think that if Jürgen left, I think it would be a real shame. But let's just see what he said. It was an interview with German publication Kicker. Now, he's under contract until 2022, and he suggested he will take a break from football when his current deal ends in 3 years' time. What he said, it looks like it. Who can now say if he can give it his all in 3 years' time? If I decide for myself that I can't go anymore, I'll take a break, and in that year I'd have to make a definite decision, with regards his long-term career. I have absolute energy, but I have one problem. I can't do a little bit. I can only do all or nothing. But the chances are very high that my energy levels will go up again after a year out, after taking a break from the game, and that I can then do the job I want to. Now, the media have made a big deal out of these comments, like, oh, he's going to quit. But he actually says, who can say today, how they'll be feeling in 3 years' time. So in 3 years' time, he might be all right. He might say, I'm fine, but he might also say, do you know what, I'm fucking knackered, I could do with a break. But they're obviously focusing on the negative, the negative suggestion. If I decide for myself that I can't go on anymore, I'll take a break. So he's not saying that he will definitely do this. He's just saying, how can I can't really say what would happen in 3 years' time, but if there's a chance of it, then I will. If I'm feeling a bit tired, then I will. So I don't know about you guys. Obviously the obvious thing here is if he was to do that, to leave Liverpool Football Club, then it would be Steven Gerrard, wouldn't it? Steven Gerrard is the man that will be lined up to replace him. And that's all very nice and very romantic, but it's not exactly what I want to think about at the moment. All I want to think about at the moment is Jürgen Klopp being manager of Liverpool Football Club. And I'm sure you feel the same. And I don't know, I welcome your thoughts on it, basically. I welcome your thoughts on it. Are you concerned? He hasn't been in a rush to sign a new contract when he could have done, like I say, to secure better terms and an extension. I'm sure the owners would love to get him tied down for a lot longer, but who knows what will happen. I just think that the media are making it out to be, a bigger deal than it is. We know that what his thoughts are. He doesn't want long-term, commitments. He just wants to take it easy and see how he's doing, see how he's enjoying himself, and see how the club, as Rafa Benitez would say, see what the club is doing. Will it meet his ambition? Will the owners meet his ambition? He's got plenty of money in the bank. He doesn't seem motivated by money at all. No, I think we just enjoy it. But I would personally, I'd be gutted if he left, because most people judge managers purely by what they win. But I don't just judge them by what they win. I judge them by their character, as Brendan Rodgers would say. I judge them by their character, what they're like, the passion. Some managers are very relaxed. We used to see Rafa, didn't we? Just sat there and chilled. Yeah. Whereas I like to see, I like Klopp, to see Klopp running up and down that fucking like a maniac. He's eccentric. He's one of us, and I like that. I like people that are one of us. down to earth, that football supporters can relate to and relate with. Now, I think that his long-term ambition, if you like, I think he wants to spell, in Germany or with a German national team or something like that, later on in his career at some point. But anyway, you let me know what you think. I wouldn't be too concerned about these quotes. I would just enjoy Jürgen Klopp while he's at Liverpool Football Club. Yeah, regardless of whether he wins any more silverware or whatever, he's a good man. And I like him. He has got that, personality that I absolutely, totally respect and enjoy. And one day Steven Gerrard will be the manager of Liverpool Football Club, and I'm sure he will be the next manager of Liverpool Football Club. And I'm sure we'll all enjoy that. But it's early in his career. Let him focus on what he's doing at Rangers. Let him enjoy his time. Let him get his schooling. Let him become more, of a manager. Let him become more experienced before we start talking about managing Liverpool Football Club and all the expectation, the pressure that comes on that. We will all look forward to that. But right now, let's focus on Jürgen, what he's doing now this season and going forward. So let me know your thoughts on this, guys. Are you really worried about it? Are you stressed about it? I just think that the comments are who knows? I don't know. This is maybe what will happen, but right now he seems to me to be focused on doing his best for Liverpool Football Club, and surely that is all we can ask.